Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this figure showcase we're going to be having a look at the very strange but also very cool Grotusque. He was one of the Autobot Monsterbots, and there was 3 of them released at the time in 1987. What we're going to do, we're going to have a quick look at the figure in both modes, have a look at the packaging as well, and of course just a few things that I can point out for you to be aware of if you're after getting one yourself. So then, let's have a look at him first and foremost, as I say, in robot mode. He was called Grotusque, and that was just a play on words because of how grotesque, he's supposed to look in both modes. But he is a very large robot. I'll just show you now, up next to an original smoke screen. So you can see he's one of the Autobots. He's really quite tall, so if you're using him in display, he'll have to go at the back somewhere because he towers over all the original Autobot cars. He's got a great colour scheme with the bright pink and the grey and of course the white. While I'm talking about the colour scheme, that's something to be aware of when getting one yourself. I didn't even realise until I've started this video just how sun-faded my other one is. You can see that the legs there, they look like a darky, dirty brown, whereas they should be this nice grey colour. So that's, as I say, we might as well discuss things like that while we're here. So the things to be aware of is the sun fade. I mean, it's really quite apparent now when they're right next to each other. That's a big thing to be aware of. And of course the white, because that does have a tendency to go yellow. Now, he was one of the, as I say, Monsterbots, and they did actually fire sparks via this button here on the top of his head, but unfortunately that isn't working at the moment on both of these. So, as I say, there's his robot mode, nice and big, nice and tall. You can attach the wings. He's got a double barrel laser there for his gun, and you can tell obviously at the back that he's a monster because the head's there, but if you're displaying him from the front, you won't notice that at all. We'll have a look at the alternate mode, and I believe the alternate mode is known as a winged saber-toothed tiger, which, while we're discussing that, if you have a look at the box behind, the box is the Italian version, so it's the gig box, and his name is now Tigerbot. So instead of Grotusque, it's Tigerbot, and that must be obviously in reference to his alternate mode being the winged saber-toothed tiger. So I think the alternate mode is much better than the robot, to be fair. It looks really very original, as I say, especially for an Autobot to look something like this. So yeah, we'll have a spin him around, and again, unfortunately, I know this side's sun faded, but I didn't realise the other side was as bad as it is. There's the bit of sun fade there on his arm. You've now got the weapon that was in his hand over his back. Otherwise, if you haven't got that weapon, then you've got a great big, if I can pull this off carefully, yeah, you've got a big hole in his back, so you do really need his weapon when he's in that mode, otherwise you won't be able to cover that up. So as I say, apart from the sun fade and that, and of course his wings, they do detach as well. You'd be after them if you wanted to get one and complete one yourself. We'll have a quick look at the packaging now then. So as I say, 1987, same time as all the headmasters, and there we have the lovely battle scene at the back there. If I just hold that up, you've got of course the Autobots there, the massive Fortress Maximus, Scorponok coming in on the left hand side. And again, that's a great piece of artwork, and I think the toys they released at this particular time with all the headmasters and the target masters, that was a really good time for the Transformers. So there he is. As I say, his name is Grotusque in the English and American markets. He's not going to stand for me now. And in the Italian markets, obviously there he is, known as Tigerbot. He is one of 3 Autobot Monsterbots, and I hope you like looking at him, and take care.